Tired of your old kitchen or bathroom? Upgrade to the home of your dreams with Manny and Courtney from CMK Construction. CMK Construction is Tampa's award-winning kitchen and bath leader for over 20 years. Right now, save $3,000 on a new kitchen and $2,000 on a new bathroom. And take advantage of our no money down and no interest financing until 2026. Imagine, design, build.
Streaming from the Tampa Bay 28 Weather Center in Studio A. This is Denis Phillips Live Plus. Brought to you by CMK Construction, crafting Tampa's most exquisite bathrooms and kitchens.
How you doing, everybody? It is a Wednesday evening. I'm Tampa Bay 28 Chief Meteorologist Denis Phillips. It is a party today here on DPL. We are going to be talking about, of course, the weather as always, but we have Kenyatta and we have Caroline from the Tampa Downtown
Partnership.
That's right. And we're going to be talking about the Winter Festival. So we've got a lot going on. You know me, I try to keep everything on the rails, but when we have all this stuff going on, always looking for your help. So please, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, here's the setup. If you're new to the show, so we are live right now, obviously on TV. We're on the spot, the new official broadcast home of the Tampa Bay Lightning. You guys Lightning fans?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
heck yeah. Presenting sponsor of Winter Village.
Well, there you go. So they love the Bolts. We love the Bolts. And the Bolts are now, well, they lost last night, actually, but they were on a 7-game winning streak prior to that. So whenever the Bolts are on playing in the evening, DPL is on streaming and on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and whatnot. But when the Bolts are off, DPL is here. Kenyatta's, see, I'm gonna give you a little something. So Kenyatta follows us and knows about us, but I don't think she's ever watched or experienced the love. And I had to explain what the ban button was. so hopefully we were not gonna have to worry about banning anyone tonight. But if we do, we have, like last night we had somebody who was trying to get people to click on a psychic reader link. And I go, look, you know I'm gonna ban you, so you should have seen that in the future because you would have known if you were really a psychic. So clearly you're a scam artist. So, but my point is, if you're watching on TV, which we appreciate you as always, the best way to experience this show and to take part in the interactiveness of it is to watch on TV and follow along on social where you can ask questions. And I'm gonna give you guys, we're gonna jump in and do some weather for you first. And then when we come back out of the first break, we're gonna talk about the Winter Village, which this is the 10th year that y'all are doing it.
Celebrating a decade.
And have I been live there all 10 years? I'm trying to think, not maybe, but close.
If not, pretty close.
Yeah, and we've had some wonderful experiences throughout the last 10 years. And I'm going to share a story with you, which was really a huge, the Winter Village saved my life about 3 years ago. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? It's all a blur. But I'm going to tell you the story because it's a great story. And then we're going to share how y'all can come in, participate, because it goes on until
January the 4th.
All right, so we got some time, and I think a lot of folks want to know, how in the heck are they able to have an ice skating rink when it's Florida for you?
Yeah.
And that's always a little tricky, but I've got some experience with how that works as well. So we're going to talk all about that as well. But I do want to go ahead and jump right into the weather because we do have some weather to talk about, including some rain potential as we get into the weekend. So there's our drought monitor. Look, we all know that we're in a moderate drought. That's the orange color. This is updated every Thursday. Colorado Springs is in the house. How you doing? And we've got, matter of fact, my daughter lives in Denver, and she sent a picture of the snow they had today. And isn't that interesting? Because she's a Florida girl trying to drive in snow. And so far, so good. I have not heard any horror stories yet. Actually, I take that back. Last year, I'll tell you this story. Last year, it was her first year in Denver, and she got stuck.
Wow.
And so she's trying to get the car out of the driveway or whatever, and she had Florida tags, right? So, of course, at that point, interestingly enough, lots of people came over to help, and they pushed her out, and that was the only time she actually got stuck. Today, I think they got about 6 or 7 inches of snow.
Oh, wow.
So I've yet to hear of any bad news, of any issues or incidents, but so far, so good. So how you doing, Gayla? Nice to see you. And she says, welcome to the two ladies. So here we go. There's a look, again, at the drought numbers. The new numbers come out tomorrow. I would expect they're going to look a little bit worse than they are today. Look, we all know Florida's beautiful in the wintertime. We don't get a lot of rain historically, and drought numbers are not that unusual. So don't let those scare you. But just remember, we do have burn bans. We do have restrictions on water use. And I would expect as we go into January, February, and March, those might even be a little more strict just because I just don't expect to get a lot of water. Joel, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's hope the Bucks get a win on Sunday, although I think there might be a little bit of rain for that game. We'll have to watch that. Carol in Clearwater, good to see you. Jessica's looking for the cooler temperatures. We got you covered for about 4 hours. That's all we got. That's about it. There's a look at temperatures right now. Mid-50s, Citrus and Hernando. Low 60s, Tampa. 62 Riverview, 65 in St. Pete. This morning, we started mid-50s Crystal River, mid-50s Inverness, Brooksville, Zephyr Hills dropped down to 56, Tampa 64, St. Pete 65, Sarasota 66. Hudson's in the house with Teresa. Barbara from Alabama. How you doing? Good to see you. Shout out from Mark in Indian Rocks Beach. Old Mars in the house with Carmen as well. Joey's asking about a baseball tournament on Sunday. Joey, we'll get to that in a minute, but that's a little dicey. I do think the farther north you are, the worse. I do think the farther south you are, probably you'll be a little bit better. There's highs today. We hit upper 70s to low 80s, anywhere from Hillsborough and Pinellas County. But look at Crystal River, only going 68 today as that cooler air is moving in. Right now, 63, partly cloudy at the airport. There's our feeding Tampa Bay camera. The dew point dropping. Remember, the lower the dew point, the drier the air, the cooler it can get. Emily, you want to know what hot chocolate is? Next Saturday is our hot chocolate fundraiser, and we will be talking about that next week. We have our massive hot chocolate fundraiser benefiting Feeding Tampa Bay and the Children's Miracle Network. That's coming up on the 13th of December. And again, next week, we're going to be talking a lot about that as well. So there's a look at the current radar, current satellite. Looking good tonight, partly cloudy. You're heading outside for a late evening stroll. You got nothing to worry about. Maybe a light jacket, maybe a hoodie, but overall looking pretty pleasant. But tomorrow morning, a little chilly, mid-40s in our northern counties. Jules, you're in Virginia right now. Well, I'm gonna tell you, there might be some snow on Friday from areas of the Carolinas to Virginia. We'll touch on that coming up in a few minutes as well. There's Futurecast tonight. Skies are cleared. Tomorrow, a little bit of rain in the Panhandle. That stays west of us. I don't think we see any rain out of that. Friday, I think we're a dry day back in the lower 80s. However, on Saturday, late Saturday into Sunday, I do think rain chances do return. Jody, thank you very much. I have no idea why your comment's hidden again. You were not banned, but you're back to hidden again for some reason. But thank you for the supporting the DPL shirts. Again, all proceeds of those benefits as well, Feeding Tampa Bay. There's tomorrow morning, mid-50s across Pinellas and Hillsborough County, mid to upper 40s, Citrus, Sumter, Hernando, and Pasco County, 48, Dade City, 49. Well, you know, the computers just don't do a very good job with Brooksville. Brooksville is usually about 5 or 6 degrees cooler than the models actually say. And then 50s elsewhere south of I-4. Rain. So here you go. Saturday, chance of some scattered showers on Saturday, but I think our much better rain chances are on Sunday, especially north of I-4. You see that dark green there on the top of the page? That is some moderate rain, and I think you're going to look at moderate to heavy rain moving into northern Florida and Georgia. That's on Sunday and into early next week. And then we get more than a 4-hour drop in temps. We actually get a little bit of a cool down for next week. Highs in the upper 60s on Monday and Tuesday, highs in the low to mid 70s for the rest of the week. And the long range forecast, cooler than normal for the Northeast, cooler than normal for the Mid-Atlantic, about average for us. And out west, significantly warmer weather. And this takes us through the middle of December. So there's your forecast tonight. Skies will be clear to partly cloudy. Again, 50s dropping into the 40s north of I-4. The beach tomorrow, nice day, sunny, starts out cool. We still end up in the mid-70s. And in Tampa, we get close to 80 degrees. There's a look at the 7-day, 80 tomorrow. After that chilly start, 81 Friday, 81 Saturday. Rain chances return on Sunday. We need the rain. It's probably the day we wouldn't want to see it if the Bucks are at home, which they are. But as my mom used to say, beggars can't be choosers. You know, we're hoping for a little bit of rain. And then into early next week, we start to clear out. So there is a look at the local forecast, including the 7-day. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Winter Village. We're going to talk about how you can enjoy what, in my opinion, is just such an amazing experience. If you're like maybe saying, well, I can't get into the holidays because it's 80 degrees out and it's warm, all you got to do is come to downtown Tampa and it will change your view, I promise you. We'll be back to talk about that in 90 seconds as DPL continues. All right, so we are still streaming, but we are in commercial break, and I even run my own commercials. So, yeah, because they're like, wait a minute, you're doing the TDing? So I do everything, including yesterday I spent 2 hours behind this studio mopping and sweeping the floor. So I do everything, because nowadays, that's what you got to do. Okay, Sean, how you doing? Good to see you. So hockey is on Channel 23. On Spectrum, Sandra? Because on Frontier, pretty sure, well, I mean, again, I don't know, that might be us, but Spectrum, we are 17. Frontier, we are 23. Cruise Mike's in the house. So there's a story. This guy, Cruise Mike, guy looks a lot like me. Okay. And he lived in North Carolina. He went on a cruise out of Port Canaveral, and everybody kept coming up to him and say, hey, are you Denis Phillips? He's like, I don't know who Denis Phillips is. You look like Denis Phillips. And he's like, no. So then he started taking selfies with everybody saying he was Denis Phillips. And he started sending me these pictures. And it was the funniest thing. So we have 30. Oh, no, did that break not hit? Maybe we're back in. Did I talk for 90 seconds? I must have, because it says that we're not in a break anymore. We've just been chit-chatting. That's all we're doing. We're just chit-chatting. So let's go ahead and reintroduce everybody. So we have Kenyatta.
Yes.
And we have Caroline. And Kenyatta, you're the CEO of
the Tampa Downtown Partnership.
Okay, and so you're the grand poobah, if you will. So I'm
here to serve. I'm a servant.
Well, and this upcoming 3 or 4 weeks has got to be a really exciting time for y'all, because not only is it the holiday season, but it's just a great way to really showcase the Tampa area to everybody who comes to visit.
Yeah, we're all excited. We're excited about all things Winter Village. It runs through January 4th. You can ice skate. We're celebrating a decade. We're celebrating 10 years, the 10-year Winter Village anniversary of ice skating in Tampa's downtown. Real ice.
Oh, I know it's real ice. Caroline, should I tell the story?
If you insist.
There is, look, okay, let me, okay, this is the deal. I did a live shot 9-10 years ago, and you have to understand, and I think this is probably a valuable lesson. Look, there's a railing around the ice skating rink for a reason.
Yes.
And if you don't know how to skate, you just kind of hang on the rail, and you go around, and you'll be fine, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was doing a live shot, and there was a woman who chose not to take advantage of the railing there and was trying to ice skate behind me. And I'm there talking about the ice and how great it is. And this woman falls and breaks her ankle right behind me. It's a true story. And I'm doing this live shot trying to continue to do what I do while the paramedics are showing up. So here's the moral of that story. Come and visit, come and ice skate, but use the rail if you don't know how to skate. Because she had never skated before. She literally said she'd never put on ice skates before.
Oh, yeah. We practice safety first.
Exactly.
Safety first.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, see, I'm going to run some video here. So here's actually some video that we have of last year. Oh, there's Thunderbug. Thunderbug clearly knows how to skate. Mm-hmm. And so what are we looking at, Caroline?
Yeah, so Winter Village at Curtis Hickson Park. You'll see in front of here we have Thunderbug, the Tampa Bay Lightning, our presenting sponsor. Sparkles is our Winter Village elf. They might make a couple of appearances throughout the season. Really excited to partner with the Pirate Water Taxi for River of Lights this year. So that's a new component that you can actually get those tickets on wintervillagetampa.com. And the send-off point is right there in Curtis Hickson Park. So continue to extend your night not only on land in the park, but also on the river. We also have over 45 local vendors at Winter Village this year. So we're really excited to support local businesses.
See the rail? See the people using the rail right there? That's smart. That's good.
And, you know, also festive food and beverage. So really has a full Winter Village, you know, experience. You can come throughout the season and have a different experience every night, something for everyone.
Yeah, and that's what I noticed too, because there are so many things to do. And I want to tell you a little story about the lights. So I'm one of those guys that my Christmas display at home, I sync the lights to the music on the radio. Right? So I have a transmitter, 89.5. You drive into my house, the lights and the music are synced, and it's kind of my passion, right? Well, my system that caused that to happen blew up. And I was doing the neighborhood start. So I'm freaking out because I had no way to debut the lights for the neighborhood. And I talked to the folks from the Tampa Downtown Partnership,
yep.
And you had a guy who made your lights and music together,
yep.
And you set me up with him, and I drove to, I think he lived in Riverview, and I had never met the guy. This was the day before Thanksgiving, and I called him like, hey, this is Dennis. I'm a weatherman over in Tampa, and I heard that you could maybe help me out with. He gave me his address, never met him before, drove all the way to Riverview. He gave me a new transponder that worked and saved Christmas. It was literally saved Christmas because of the Winter Village.
Shout out, Mike.
That was awesome.
Was it Mike?
Shout out, Mike.
Yes. That was awesome. That speaks to our reach and our impact.
Right?
Outside of downtown, we got you covered.
I mean, I was done. I was absolutely done without him. So if you're watching, again, so appreciate it. And what's great about the event too is all ages.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it doesn't matter if you, and it's the kind of thing where you think, okay, even if it's warm out, it still feels like Christmas, and it just feels like the holidays.
Yeah,
so,
it's a special way of activating Curtis Hickson Park, activating a river walk. It's really a tradition that families in Tampa look forward to all year long, and we're just excited to be able to bring that to the community.
So tell the folks how they can get involved and what the hours are, and are there any specials? Are there any things that go on where people can find out, you know, at certain days where maybe they can get a deal or something?
Yeah, so skating is every day, 7 days a week through January the 4th. They can come down to Curtis Hickson Park. I would suggest that they buy their tickets online in advance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, buy your tickets online in advance at wintervillage.com. But 7 days a week, you can skate in downtown Tampa.
So is there a limit? In other words, they'll only have certain number of tickets that they'll sell per time slot, I'm assuming? I mean, I would think that's probably the advantage of getting in advance, because if you don't, they might be sold out.
Yeah, they may be sold out. Yeah.
And also out of skates, too.
It's a very popular activity.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And you don't need skates, right? They have the rentals right there, and the waivers, and everything. I mean, you know, Thunderbug clearly got around. And look, I say it in jest, but look, I mean, a lot of Floridians have never skated before, right? So it's a chance to do something that they never get to experience. And there's some other stuff that goes on as well.
Yeah, for sure. So not only do we have the ice skating, but like I said, we have the shops available. Those hours, along with the cafe hours, are different from the ice skating hours. So I would suggest that you go to wintervillagetampa.com to make sure that you know when those are open, because they do coincide with the Hillsborough County School, you know, dates of when school is in session and not. Outside of that, you know, we have silent disco on Friday nights. That's free to enjoy, 6 to 9. Nice. We highlight the Thunder on Thursday, Thunderstruck. So it's Thunder menu items from our food and beverage. And, you know, we also do holiday trivia on Wednesday nights. We do themed skate nights on Tuesday nights. So really, again, something for everyone to enjoy, and you don't have to spend any money. You can come down to Curtis Hickson Park. You can watch the light show every night, synced up to the music.
Love it.
And
Love
you
it.
can do, you know, one of the free activities, curling is back. So
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
So yeah, so you can do something and just have a great time with the family, or even make it a date night.
So it isn't just if you've gone one time, you've seen it all. You can come back many times and experience something different every single time. So awesome. Well, thank you very much. I think I'm there live next week at some point.
Yep.
Awesome.
So I love it. It's really just a great event. And I will tell you my experience, and look, we live in Florida. We know it's hard to have ice. Sometimes between around maybe 5 and 6, the sun is coming in such a way that it gets a little warm on that side and the ice might get a little wet. But after you're talking 6:30, once the sun goes down, it freezes solid and it's awesome. I mean, it really, really is.
Now, will you be on ice?
No, that ain't gonna happen. No. Matter of fact, ice skaters, everybody think I got a big old 17-stitch scar right here from falling on the ice when I was a kid. I just have never been an ice skater.
Okay.
Matter of fact, we had a girl who did the weather on Channel 10 years ago, and she was live when I was, and she was Tammy Sousa, I think, yeah. And she was skating around me, behind me, daring me to come out there. I'm like, no, I'm staying in my lane. I know what I got to do here. But it is an absolute blast. So again, ladies, thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate it. We'll continue with Denis Phillips Live. We'll be back with a look at that possibility of snow and rain for the Southeast in 90 seconds. I don't know. I'm not. Are we moving? Yeah, I'm just wondering if this. All right. Well, we're good. So anyway, so I don't know, that brake one's not moving like it's supposed to, but I think we're good.
Amazing.
So yeah, you guys can, if they want to hang, or you guys can go. I mean, I'm going to do one more weather segment and then I'm done.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
So thank you. That was awesome.
That
Thank you
was.
very much.
Yes,
Oh, my pleasure.
yes, thank you.
It was good.
We're
Have to come
excited
back
to
and
see
hang
you
out again.
Yes, absolutely.
on site, I think on the 19th.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
perfect.
don't think your brake thing is working.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. That's making me a little nervous. We might, you know, who knows? I'm gonna have to call Master and ask them if the brakes are running. So we are still streaming though. All right. No one's a master. That's a shocker. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I just my brake button is not working. So we're just gonna keep talking then. We'll just keep talking and see. All right. So, oh, maybe we got something different on then too. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. We'll have to ask. All right. Anyway, let's just keep going. Let's go ahead and jump back into what we were looking at here with some of the model data, all right? And hold on, what is this? I am curious, so hockey is on 17 now. All right, wait a minute. Are the Bolts playing right now? Stand by, guys. Give me an update, because is this a different game? Yeah. So what game is on? Hey guys, what game is on? Let me know. Because it's definitely not the Bolts, because the Bolts aren't playing right now. So what hockey game is on 17? And that would have been good information to know, right? Vancouver versus Boston. Really? That's kind of interesting. Yeah, that would have been good to know. I'm sitting here trying to hit my brakes and everything. I didn't even have to. So there you go. Anyway, women's hockey. Again, still would have been good information to know, right? All right, let's jump in. There's a look at the GFS and the Euro again, all right? So let's go ahead and call it the 12Z. Let's call it the 12Z here. And we will look at, because I'm telling you, I do think there's going to be some snow out there. I do. I think the Carolinas have a chance to get some snow Friday morning and potentially early next week as well. But we are still in streaming. So that either way, we're definitely still in streaming as well. All right, so here's the GFS. So this takes us to Thursday and Friday. So you notice on Friday, there is that snow I talked about. Check it out. There is the snow across the southern half of Virginia, Williamsburg, all the way back to southwest Virginia, into the Carolinas. So places like Ski Sugar and Ski Beach are probably going to get some snow out of that. And then if we go into Friday night, it's rain. But that stays north. But see, remember we've been talking about this storm track? Remember this? So there it is. But if you look on Sunday, you get a front that does come through. And why? Look at that high. Look at that. Sean will love that. Look at that high in the Great Lakes. Look at that thing coming down. Big area of high pressure, pushing in some colder air. And that's going to swing that front through. And when it does, we see that cooler air come in early next week. Now, the GFS is sliding it a little bit more, and then look, another clipper coming down. See that little clipper? A little Alberta clipper coming down with some snow across the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley. But then, again, look at the storm track. Another storm across the deep south. And then another one still. So this is what we've been talking about now for a couple of weeks, that the storm track is definitely going to be one that stays very active for the southeast, but unfortunately, not for us. And heaven knows we need it. So there's a look at Thursday, the Euro. Now, the Euro is similar, not quite identical, but pretty darn close. And then the front slides through, and then you get the rain chances a little bit higher on Sunday afternoon. So there you see it. So that is what and then look at the cold air that digs down into the mid-Atlantic, but doesn't really make it here. I mean, we're on the fringe, but nothing too terrible. And then the Euro in about a week and a half brings another slug of cold weather. There's your 540 line, Sean, all the way down to South Carolina. So the Bolts are playing tomorrow. Gotcha. Tomorrow, hey, I was wrong. My handler / producer, Jocelyn, reminded me yesterday I was very wrong in my teasing ahead to things. So remember I talked about the Candlelight Processional, how I love the Candlelight Processional, right, on Epcot. I'm a big Christmas music fan. Well, tomorrow night, not next week, tomorrow night, we are going to have on DPL, we are going to have, I don't know if the whole choir is going to be here or not, or if we're just going to get video of them, but a choir out of Manatee County that's going to be performing at the Candlelight Processional. They're going to be live on DPL, and hopefully we'll get to hear a song from them because love it. It's my absolute favorite thing, and I'm going on Saturday. I'm actually going to the processional on Saturday. We talked about this with Ralph Macchio. So today we had the Winter Village folks, which I had forgotten. Tomorrow I was wrong on the timing of the Candlelight Processional folks. And then next week, we got all sorts of stuff coming up. I can't keep track of it. That's because Jocelyn, the booker / handler, is doing an amazing, stellar job. And she is getting all these folks to come in, and we're trying to get more because let's be honest, guys, if there's not a lot of weather going on, which there's some coming on Sunday, but if we go a 3-week stretch with no weather to speak of, I'm going to need some help. So hopefully we're going to have more of that. So anyway, Sunday is the Ybor City Cigar Festival. Will be a washout. Dave, it's a little early to call washout. I don't think it'll be a washout. I do think there will be some rain. Next week, we're going to have the folks on next Thursday night from Oyster Fest, which is a really great fundraising event that I'm going to be a part of as well, helping out coming up. So streamers, you're done in 15 seconds. Remember, this weekend, I'm not ready to say Sunday's a washout, but I do think we'll be looking at showers. Tomorrow, we'll have a little bit better idea. we'll know how close the front gets, and we'll talk about that tomorrow on Denis Phillips Live. Streamers, have a good night. I'm also going to be live. DPL will be live on the road at Thunder Alley, I believe on the 15th. So we've got so many things coming up. Yeah, DPL will be live at Thunder Alley. And I don't know. Where is Oyster Fest? Oyster Fest is in Tampa. I don't have the exact location, but they will be here talking on the 11th to give me an update. And, oh, by the way, my Ferris wheel is supposed to be delivered tomorrow. It's in Tampa. They won't let me go pick it up. But hopefully it goes in tomorrow, and I can build it and have it on display this weekend. Next Saturday is our fundraiser. Next Friday, I believe I'm going to be live somewhere talking about, and I mean, they got me doing a lot, which is awesome, because it's way more fun if there's something to do. Okay, why not the 18th? Wait a minute. Jules asking about the 18th. I'm not sure. Which date are we talking about? Because there's so many on the way. Tomorrow morning, again, I'll show you one more time. Yeah, somebody's got to get me a schedule of when DPL is on TV and when it's on streaming, because I'm hitting breaks, and it's a good thing I was not hooked up. And hi, how you doing? I could just see that. I could see. Apparently, they were smart enough to know that this button cannot be active, though, when there's other programming on, because I just might be like, neat, neat, neat. What did I say yesterday? Something on the 18th. Yeah, I think yesterday my days were wrong. I think my ticket to the 18th. Oh, the Bolts game. Yeah, we're live on the 15th, because I think they're playing the Panthers on the 15th. I think that's why. I think we're going to be live out there, the whole Florida versus Florida thing. Pretty sure that's why. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why. So, all right. What have I not covered? Tomorrow morning, chilly, 80 in the afternoon, 80 on Friday. Some showers late Saturday. Again, scattered showers on Sunday. I'm not ready to sit here and, David asked about the word washout. I am certainly not ready to say that word. We are doing hot chocolate on the 13th, Tiana, the 13th. That is what we're doing. So look, here's the Euro on Sunday. You see the front comes through. That is 7 p.m. on Sunday. So honestly, there's 7 a.m., so that's even to the north. So definitely not a washout if the Euro is right, if the GFS is right. It's about the same. They're pretty much identical. They pretty much are. No, Anna Maria, I'm not a mess. I just have 15 different things going on, and apparently all the days are changing, and I just don't even know about it. So, wind. Red wants to know about wind. No. Nope. And if you look at these models, here's a little inside weather stuff. You're a mess, Anna Maria. What are you talking about? All right, there's a look at the isobars. I want to show you something. When you see these lines very close to each other, all right, that is a sign of wind. When they're farther apart or you don't see them, that is a sign of less wind, all right? So at the end of the day, when you're looking at this area here, you're just, see the isobars right there around that low? You're just not seeing a lot of wind. So no, not a lot of wind on Sunday, definitely some scattered showers. And I think we are looking at more afternoon and evening showers as opposed to the morning variety. Okay? That's kind of what I think's going on. And that's about it. Yeah, I think that's about it. Lots of stuff coming up over the next few weeks. Very excited about it. We got our fundraisers. We've got folks coming in studio. I'm going to be out on the road. We have Zooms. I mean, we have a full slate. The only thing I need to be told is when we're actually on TV or not, because that can be really helpful. So anyway, you guys have a good night. Tomorrow, I think we'll have a little bit better idea of the exact timing, because there is a Bucks game on Sunday. And that is the one thing I do want to make sure. Well, I don't think we're going to have to worry about lightning per se. You get a front coming through, and if there's a little bit of energy with it, there's a chance we could see a couple of downpours. And I think that is one thing that we'll have to watch out for. So that is it. Tomorrow morning, a little chilly, a little hoodie needed, maybe a light jacket. I think you'll be good to go. That's all you'll need. Afternoon, back up to 80 degrees. You know what? Let's look at the 7-day one more time. Just show you one last time if you missed earlier on. Here's a look at morning lows tomorrow. We start mostly in the 50s. We start mid to upper 40s across our northern counties. And we're low to mid 50s. I can get model data for Europe, Carol. Tell you what, hit me up tomorrow, and I'll call that stuff up, and I'll be happy to share that with you. Because, I mean, yeah, we can forecast it wherever. If you're going on vacation, lots of folks are going on vacation. Why not? There's a look at Saturday, some scattered showers out there. Scattered. Sunday is a much better chance of rain than on Saturday. I don't believe washout is an appropriate word. I just don't. I think scattered showers is probably more realistic. And then behind the front, we get cooler on Monday and Tuesday. All right, so one last time, there's a look at the 7-day. Partly sunny, 80 on Thursday, 81 on Friday, 81 on Saturday, maybe an isolated shower in the evening. The best chance of rain will be Sunday afternoon. And yes, that is a possibility for the Bucks game. All right? So there you have it. You guys have a great night. Thanks for watching. And tomorrow night, since I guess the Bolts are on TV tomorrow, thanks for updating me on that. And that means we'll be on streaming, and we will be on socials with the folks from Manatee County, where I'm really excited to share, and we can talk a little bit more about that. That in addition to your weekend forecast. You have a great night, and we'll see you on tomorrow night's edition of Denis Phillips Live. See you guys.